We are really enthusiastic in Argentina for the performance of Franco. Thanks for what you push him, trusting him 1 year and a half before. What do you see in Franco? Why him? Why you choose him?
If you go and look at it, you have it here. If you go and look at his career, initially you look at this and go, it's not that interesting. There's sort of a few victories, and you can see where he was in the championship, and he's only won one championship. You look at this normally, the young drivers, and go, that's not of interest.
Yeah.
But that's not the real key behind Franco. You have to really dig into the detail, and you realise that with all of the championships he did, he never had the proper financial backing behind him. He didn't have a lot of testing behind him as well at the same time, and he was able to get into a Formula 4 car and win a race almost immediately. This doesn't happen. That's so unusual in this sport. And then beyond there, in the teams he was in, you can see that there was something special behind it. The teams also often would help him financially because they could see how special he was. By the time he got up to Formula 3, what I could see from him is huge potential. It wasn't always being delivered, huge potential. And under pressure, he has so much performance. Normally, with every human being, there's an amount of performance you lose when the pressure starts becoming up. That's very normal. With Franco, I can't see anything. In fact, when it's pressure, he wants more on him.
After Austin, you said it was a great job. Was his best race of those four?
I think so. The reasons why is because with the sprint race weekend, he had 60 minutes to get used to qualifying and a race. That's hard to do. Immediately he put the car into sprint qualifying 3. That's impressive. So 16 minutes in a car, which 60 minutes sounds like a long time, so I put it a different way. 4 fast laps. And now he's putting the car, he's the 10th best driver on the grid. That is exceptional. And then in the race, he didn't put a foot wrong. He had the pressure of Perez behind him, the pressure of Lewis behind him, the pressure of world champions, and he just drove his race. And for me, the overtake that he did on Fernando Alonso, when you understand the commitment it requires in the car to line up behind and then really push the car sideways, load it up, and then bring it into the corner, and it's pinpoint perfect, he's completely in control. And so for me, so far, that's his best race. But it won't be his best race before the end of the year.
It's not usual for a boy, 21 years.
No, it's very unusual. We knew he was quick. That's why I put him in the car. He was quick in the simulator. He was quick in Silverstone when I put him in the car. In Formula 2, he was making progress. But to keep making that level of progress in Formula 1 is incredibly unusual. It bodes incredibly well for his future.
James, please. We all know that Williams has made a great progress in the last 4 or 5 races. What is your goal for now?
I mean, the goal is still to win a championship, to win multiple championships, not in 2024. 25, no. No, the goal for Williams is simple. For 24 and 25, it's about improving small areas of our business and making sure we're stepping forward. But the stepping forward will be gradual. The real significant element that we're doing in the background is investing in 26, 27, 28. The real goal behind Williams is doing proper forward-thinking investments, sacrificing 25 and 24 to make sure that we have a very, very good package in 26, 27 and 28. And there's a lot of reason behind that. It's very hard for Formula 1 teams to jump forward from 1 year to the next. It looks like McLaren did, but in reality that investment was 5 years before then. And so you've got to be forward-thinking enough that you're investing in infrastructure, people, culture, transformation, technology, which a lot of that kicks in after about 3 to 5 years. And so that's what we're doing at the moment. That's what we've been doing since I joined in 2023. And some of the infrastructure and machines, for example, won't come online for a few years. Some of the process won't come online for a few years. That's okay. We need to improve things through the process, through the years. What I am happy about is already you can see the cars moving forward, and that's because we're bringing real excellence into the team and using what we have in a much better way.
How valuable is your experience in Mercedes with so lot of championships?
I think what it provides is trust to the organization that when I provide a direction, there's a reason behind it, so that the organization has faith that we're doing the right movement. It provides a vision of understanding what excellence and great looks like. Because all too often, when you're contained in your own world, you lose sight of what the standards are. And you need to continuously be pushing yourself forward. And Mercedes provided me that opportunity that I know what incredible looks like. And the incredible will keep moving. So this is what we have to be doing to make sure that we're not just closing up, but beating them in the future. What it provided me is a detailed view of both. When you want to win championships, there's 1,000 details you've got to get right. There's no such thing as making a racing car fast because you change one item. There's 1,000 or 10,000 items and you make small changes to all of them. And then finally, what it gave me, I think, a really good appraisal for is exactly this, for the Young Driver Program. I had the pleasure of working with so many great young drivers, and I learned through the hard way, through mistakes, how to do a good program and how to do a bad program.
It's important for the team to have both drivers in similar performance.
It's exactly that. For us, as soon as you only have one driver, you 100% the driver won't be pushing himself or the team, and we will not be pushing the boundaries of what the car, the setup can do, and we won't be pushing the boundaries of what the team can do. You need two drivers pushing each other forwards. Every human being I've ever met needs someone pushing them to get the most out of them. And that's why having Franco alongside Alex is absolutely perfect.
What are you expecting for Carlos Sainz's arrival in Williams next year?
I think another step up, because as great as Franco is, he's incredible at driving a car. He's only been driving a car for 6 races, and it's hard to take that experience and tell the team, go this way or go this way. What Carlos brings with him is race-winning pedigree, and pedigree from 4 other teams, of which 2 are championship contenders or otherwise. And so what that positions you to be is you understand a lot more about, again, remember I spoke about here's where we are, here's where we need to be. It creates another leader within the organization that understands what excellence looks like and is able to pull the team with it.
Which of that different moments of races you choose, Franco? The start in Singapore with Hamilton, the fight with Checo in Singapore, the overtaking Alonso, the fight with Magnussen. There are a lot of photos, moments, important.
So here's the great thing. You've already quoted 4 or 5 what I would call momentous races, and he's only been racing for 5 or 6 races, so already we can pick key parts. For me, out of all of them though, Singapore defense was probably the really, really impressive one, because in Singapore you're continuously controlling rear surface temperatures, which is not something you have to learn in F2. You learn it a lot more when you get into Formula 1. He has not just Checo, he had, as I said, Lewis behind him in Baku as well. He had Checo behind him, but Checo properly pushing him. And with Checo, if you leave him a tiny gap, he will take it. And he never did. He never put a foot wrong at a track that he never even saw before on TV. This is incredible.
James, the last one. After racing like Singapore or Austin, has Franco got to more chances of taking part in Formula 1 next year, or is the same position, the same situation that 2 months ago?
I think the first thing I'd say is he's in control of his own destiny. The more he does these incredible races, the more the whole pit lane will stand up and go, oh, okay, we need to think about what our plans are for the future. What I can tell you is this: my responsibility towards him is to give him the best opportunity to be racing in Formula 1 next year, and we're doing everything we can actively to do so. That doesn't mean it's a guarantee, that just means there's a good chance. The second item I would say is that no one, myself included, could have predicted what the driver market looked like 12 months ago to today. And I think no one will predict what it looks like in 12 months' time. And so for a talent like Franco, he has a lot of opportunity.